Okay guys, now we will continue with the question number 7. So, to now we have seen about the 6 questions in the first duration. Now we will concentrate on the 7th question. So, internal fertilization is found in. Okay, internal fertilization is found in. So, before going to that question, first we will understand that what is the meaning of internal fertilization and the external fertilization. Okay, so internal fertilization means the fertilization takes place within the female body. We call it as an internal fertilization. Like the fertilization means the fusion of a gametes, we will call it as the fusion of a gametes will take place, then the zygote formation will take place. That process we call it as a fertilization. Okay, there are two types of fertilization. One will be the internal fertilization, another one will be the external fertilization. So here in this case the internal fertilization means the fusion of gametes will take place inside the female body, right? So we call that as the internal fertilization. Then what about the external fertilization? External fertilization means the fusion of gametes will take place the outside the female body, okay, or in the environment it is going to be takes place. The fusion of gametes will take place outside the organism, okay. It might be through the water medium, through the water maximum it is takes place through the water medium. If the fusion of gametes will take place in out of the female body, we call it as a external fertilization. Okay, so it means, you see, internal fertilization is found in. Okay, that means the fusion of gametes will take place inside, right? So where it is going to be takes place? In the reptiles, birds, and the mammals, or in the insects. The question option B is insects, annelids, echinoderms, and the third option is the sponges, flatworms, protochordates, or the D, fishes, amphibians, or in the coelenterids. Okay, so the right answer for this, the internal fertilization is found in all, is the option A. Okay, so option A is the right answer for the question number 7. Okay, so what about the remaining all these 3 options? Like in the insects there is a internal fertilization will takes place. Okay, and when it comes to the annelids there is a external fertilization takes place, and in the case of echinoderms it is also undergoing with the external fertilization. Okay, so in the third option, the sponges, in the case of sponges the internal fertilization will takes place. Then the flatworms, it is also the internal fertilization. When it comes to the protochordates, it will go with the external fertilization. Okay, so same here in the case of option D, the fishes, amphibians, and the coelenterids, those 3 will go through the external fertilization. Okay, they will lay their eggs in the water medium. Okay, the female will lay the eggs in the water medium. Also the sperms has been laid by the male in the case of the fishes. Okay, so released by the specialized chemical which will attract those sperms towards the eggs. So they will come and attach to the eggs. Okay, this is how the external fertilization will takes place in these cases. Okay, so the right answer for the question number 7 is the option A. Okay, then we will concentrate on the question number 8, which are hermaphrodites. Okay, so first we will concentrate on what is the meaning of a hermaphrodite. Okay, hermaphrodite means if the individual contains both the male and the female part, or the both male gamete and the female gamete, we call that organism as a hermaphrodite. Okay, so what that means? The both male and the female part, or the male and the female gamete which are present in a single individual, that we call it as a hermaphrodite. Okay, so in this case the proper answer, we will consider the options. Option A, the earthworm, hydra, and the leech. The option B, cockroach, ascaris, hydra. Then earthworm, ascaris, and leech. And the option D is ascaris, cockroach, hydra. So And in the hermaphrodite, we also call it as a bisexual. We call it as the bisexual. When it comes to the unisexual, unisexual means both male gamete is present in one individual and the female gamete is present in another individual. Otherwise, the male part is present in one individual and the female part is present in another individual. Okay. So here the right answer for this question number 8 is option A. Option A. Okay. So what about the remaining 3? Like earthworm. Earthworm contains of both male part and the female part in a single individual. Same in the case of hydra and the leech. So when it comes to the option B, here the cockroach is a unisexual. Unisexual, it means the male is separate and the female is separate. Okay. Then the ascaris is also the unisexual. So you might have seen the ascaris. Okay. So there will be a male. The female is larger than the male, right? That means the male is separate and the female is separate. So then the hydra is a bisexual. Then when it comes to the earthworm, option C, earthworm, ascaris and the leech. Okay. So here earthworm, as usual, it is a bisexual or the hermaphrodite. The ascaris is a unisexual and the leech is again it is a hermaphrodite or the bisexual. So option D, ascaris, it is unisexual. The cockroach is also the unisexual and the hydra is the bisexual. Okay, hermaphrodite we are going to see. Okay, so the right answer for the question number 8 is option A. Okay, so in the case of question number 9, okay, and 10. So first we'll consider the question number 9. Bamboo species flower. Okay, bamboo species flower. Whether it is going to be flower, the flowering of the bamboo species will take place. Okay, option A, once in lifetime, or once in 12 years, or C, every year, or D, the twice in 50 to 100 years. Okay, so when we are going to see all this, so in the case of a bamboo species, it is going to be flowering will take place only once in a lifetime. Okay, it is going to be flowering only once in a lifetime. That means the answer of this question number 9 is option A. Option A is the right answer. Okay, so now what about the second, third and the fourth one here? So once in a 12 years, we are also considered if there is some of the species which can the flowers once in a 12 years. So that is a Strobelianthus. Strobelianthus kunthiana. Okay, so example for this is so whatever the Strobelianthus kunthiana is the species which is going to flower once in a 12 years. You already know that every year all the plants, whatever the plants we are going to see, most of the plants those are going to give flower every year. Okay, so even in the case of twice in 50 to 100, there are some of the plants which can give the flower at the 50 to 100 years. Okay, so now the question number 10. Here, estrous cycle is characteristics of mammalian female other than primates, occurs in females of. So the meaning of the question is, so where exactly the estrous cycle is going to be takes place? Where exactly the estrous cycle is going to be takes place? So we know that the cyclic events, there are two cyclic events we are going to see. One will be the menstrual cycle, second one will be the estrous cycle. Okay, so when it comes to the menstrual cycle will take place. It is a cyclic event which takes place in the primates, mammalian primates. Like what are the primates here we are going to see? Like monkey, apes and human. We consider them as the primates. They are mammalian primates, the mammalian primate females, right? So in that, whatever the cyclic events will take place, we call that as the menstrual cycle. Apart from those three, like a monkey, apes and the humans, apart from those three, So remaining mammals, we consider them as a non-primates. We call them as a non-primates. So whatever the cyclic events which will takes place in the non-primates, we call that cycle as a estrus cycle. Okay. So the question tells that, the meaning of the question that the estrus cycle will take place like a, where it is going to be takes place, like a either it is going to be takes place in a monkey or the cow, or in the case of apes, or in the case of humans. The right answer for this is the option B. Okay, option B is the right answer. Okay, so you can see the monkey is the primate, apes is a primate, so humans is the primate. So basically the cyclic event will take place, we call it as the menstrual cycle. So the cow, it is a non-primate, so there we are going to see the estrus cycle. Okay, so this is the option B is the right answer for the question number 10. Okay, the question number 11 and the 12. So we'll concentrate on the question number 11 here. The term used for the offspring that are exactly identical to one another as well as identical to their parent is. Okay, so the options here is the option A, twins, option B, the replicates, option C, drones, and option D is the clones. So before that, we will understand that in the case of reproduction, we are going to see the asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. Okay, so in the case of asexual reproduction, whatever the organism is going to be produced, okay, the newly formed offspring it will look exactly like its parent. Okay, whatever the offspring will form, it will look exactly or the same as like the parent. So when it comes to sexual reproduction, the fusion of two different gametes will take place. Okay, one male gamete will be there, another one will be the female gamete will be there. Due to the fusion of those two gametes, the chromosomal action will take place there, like the crossing over process will take place. So whatever the offspring will be formed there, it will produce it with the little bit variations. Okay, due to the crossing over, we are able to see the variation, but not in the case of asexual reproduction, because there is an involvement of only one parent. In the case of asexual reproduction, there is an involvement of only one parent. In the case of a sexual reproduction, there is an involvement of two parents. So whatever the organism which has been produced in the case of asexual reproduction, they will be look exactly like their parents. Okay, so here the question will show that, so whatever the organism will produce like through the asexual reproduction, okay, those offsprings what we are going to call, like either we are going to call that as a twins, or we call them as a replicates, or the drones, or the clones. So here the right answer is the option D. Option D is the right answer. We call them as a clones. Okay, offspring which has been produced by the asexual reproduction, we call them as a clones, because they show the almost all the similarities between the parents and the offspring. So what about the twins, replicates, and the drones? Twins are nothing but the twins we are going to see here. They will be morphologically they will be look similar. Morphologically they look similar. Okay, but when we are concentrating on the genetic level, they will be different. Like there is a variations we are going to see. Okay, so that's about the twins. So when it comes to the replicates here it will take place in the DNA. We have seen in the DNA replication we have seen, right? So the two strands will get separate from one another. There is a formation of a new strands will takes place. So that is what we call it as the replicates. Then when it comes to the drones are nothing but the organisms has been developed without fertilization of a gametes. There is no fertilization will takes place, but they will go and produce it into the new organism. So commonly we are going to see the drones nothing but a honeybees. In the case of a honeybees, the drones has been developed from the parthenogenesis, right? Parthenogenesis process we are going to see. Okay, the parthenogenesis, it is not a asexual reproduction, it is a sexual reproduction itself. So clones are the asexual reproduction. The question it gets same. Okay, offspring that exactly identical to one another. It is nothing but a asexual reproduction. Okay, so option D is the right answer. So question number 12 here. Find the correct combination. Like, so where we are going to see these, how the offspring will produce, like through the juice pores or some other form. Okay, so A, juice pores in sponges, then the gemmules in penicillium, and the third one is a conidia in a algae, and the fourth one buds in hydra. Okay, so the right answer here is the option D. Option D is the right answer. The buds in hydra. This is the correct formation. Okay, so what will happen in the case of a hydra means, so the parent hydra will be there. So like this, the parent hydra will be there. To that, there is a formation of a bud-like structure will take place. Okay, the bud formation in Kannada will call it as a moggu anta karitivalla. Same here, the bud formation takes place to the parent body. This will be the parent, and this is the bud. Okay, up to maturity, it has been attached to the parent body. The bud will be attached to the parent body up to its maturity. Okay, when it starts to get mature, it will get separate from the parent body and it will grow into a new individual. It will grow into a new individual. So that is the right answer. Okay, budding, we call it the budding in hydra. Okay, so when it comes to the in a sponges, which type of a reproduction we are going to see in the asexual only, which type of reproduction, like by the gemmules formation. Okay, internal gemmule formation we are going to see in the case of a sponges. Okay, the sponges will be there. The sponges is there. So internal, there is a gemmule formation will takes place. Then the penicillium here the conidia formation will be takes place like this. So conidia, these we call them as a conidia. Through the conidia, there is a penicillium. Okay. Algae regeneration. Regeneration means what here? The part of the body will get separate from the parent body. Parent body in the part separate agi. Ade part mundu hosa individual agi formation aguttala. Aduk navin we call it as the regeneration. We call it as a regeneration. These are the correct formation of a reproduction which will takes place. Okay, in the case of a sponges, by forming the gemmules. In the case of a penicillium, by forming the conidia. In the case of a algae, through the regeneration. So same in the case of a hydra, through the budding process, the new offspring formation will takes place. Okay, these are all the asexual types.